All right, buddy. Let me. Okay, I think that's about it. See, I don't see. Here's the worst part is like I'm doing the clapping because I want to do the clapping because apparently in podcasts like you got to sync up the audio and video are actually two different recorded things, but the clapping helps sync both up. Or if you have some sort of audio cue that helps a lot. But yeah. On the other hand, Abel. Oh wait, hold on. Let me. I'm
Wait,
not.
Should I do the intro this time, or should you do the intro?
I'll do the intro.
Okay.
I gotta set the established. Then you can do the intro down the line. But yeah, let me do the intro.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coop podcast with your host Fluffy the Elite, the Chicken Man, and everyone's hometown favorite, Emil.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, welcome to today's podcast for the Coop and Emil. How are you doing?
Yeah. I am doing way better than I have been the last 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, because you've been sick and your internet's been out over the weekend, so I can only imagine how bad that is.
My internet went out because of an internet outage, and it finally came back on Monday. Yesterday, on Monday, it came back on, and I was like, oh, wow, that was way quicker than that was like way later than my previous ISP when I had an internet outage with that. But during that time, okay, so I installed my dad's PS4 copy of Gran Turismo 7 on my dad's PS5, which I am using.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was offline and decided to play it, it had an offline mode, kinda. It's a very, very limited offline mode. I couldn't access my garage. I couldn't access any other things than this World Races thing, which isn't really World Races at that point. It's just a little arcade mode with so little cars and pretty much all the tracks. And my thought was, this is disappointing. There's a lot more cars I could see as CPU opponents, but I can't select any of those cars.
Okay, well, first.
Also, all the other modes are gone. I can't even access my garage. What gives?
Okay, well, first things first. I'm the top world's racist. But that's besides the point. No, but like, was that the only game you were limited to the whole time?
Well, I couldn't play PSO2 New Genesis, except on PS4. Except although the PS4 version, I can like just create new characters with the starting stuff, and I couldn't play any of the other online games I had installed on any of my platform, any of the consoles and PC that I have.
I mean, at that point, it's like, is it worth it? Like, there's that. You don't have a lot of offline games that were to satisfy you in terms of long-term long-term satisfaction.
Oh yeah. Heck, apparently, I'm reminded of just talking about the subject. I'm reminded of what happened to the crew that game, and I remembered they shut down the servers, making the physical copies pretty much unplayable on purpose. Trying to make a statement that we don't own any of these games, even if we buy them on disc, which that's wrong. That's wrong to me.
No, I hate to say it, and like I have if my Xbox craps out like tomorrow or internet just craps out, I still got games I can play. I still got my old PS2 and PS2, Wii, and Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I could just hook those bad boys up. I still got a bunch of CDs. I can stay entertained for weeks.
I have a lot of games too, and well, a good amount of them has been on PC because digital only stuff on PC. I actually do miss when game companies made physical discs for PC that we can install on every computer, and it's not just some download code for like a Steam game or something. I miss those days. But
See, I thought it was pretty.
yeah, I get what you mean.
No, I thought it was pretty neat when digital games came out. I thought, damn, that's neat. I don't have to load that stuff, and I'm sitting over here nowadays. I'm like, damn, I kind of miss CDs, and that's kind of why I got
That's
yeah.
the thing. I miss those days. I wish companies would go back to those days, but where we are now, that's probably not going to happen unless you own a game console with a disk drive built into it.
Joke's on you. I do have one, and that's called my Xbox X. Thank you, Xbox, for selling me Xbox where I can actually still put a CD in. I appreciate that. No, but I know we want to talk about like just offline gaming and everything, but like I do have to ask one thing. What is probably one of your favorite games if you were to go offline right now? What is the first game you'd go to if you could?
Probably either Soul Calibur 6, Gran Turismo 6, or Lunar Remastered Collection. I've been playing a lot of Lunar Remastered Collection lately.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I've almost beaten Silver Star Story.
No kidding. Yeah, no, I could definitely say I could definitely say my first game I'd go back to, Jack and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy.
Ah,
I miss that game series so much. I know we recorded a few other podcasts, but those went quits and what a big learning curve. But I'm not going to go beat a dead horse. We already know about it. My Jack and Daxter craze has been satisfied for now. However, that would be the first game I'd go back, and that means I'd have to go out of my way to hook up my PS2, which I actually have all the stuff for it, which is
buddy.
it's ironic.
Buddy,
I find it
sorry.
absolutely ironic. Oh no, you're good. You're good. No, I find it absolutely ironic and all that fun stuff. I'm like, hey, if everything goes bad, I'm gonna have a great time. It's either that, or I'm gonna smoke.
Yeah,
smoke
I have I have a PS2 as well. It's hooked into this CRT television that is just sitting there near a lamp. Probably the only light source I have in my room. And I do occasionally play one of the PS2 games I still have around. Problem is, I have a Mad Catz PS2 controller, and I hate the directional buttons on it.
Bruh.
My old PS2 controller broke that came with the console. I had to get a new one, and I was trying to fix it. I failed fixing it and broke the other one. So I got a lot of controllers, and somehow I ended up with this Mad Catz controller with hard to press directional buttons.
Damn.
Also, the vibration is bad on it too.
No, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would.
I should probably order a refurbished DualShock 2 controller.
Not a bad idea, because at some point you have to like learn because remember back in the day, like, you know, going with the theme of offline gaming when the internet was barely a thing, Amazon didn't exist, and you couldn't exactly order stuff. You had to make a controller last.
Yeah. Nowadays they don't make controllers last that long anymore.
Yeah, but
sad.
But they're dime a dozen now, which is the worst part. Actually, if anything, third-party controllers, if you ask me, are a lot better than manufactured. Like official Xbox, official Sony, official Nintendo, all suck. Third-party, works so well. Oh, I love those. God, I love those controllers.
Yeah. I had a third-party PS3 controller. I think I technically still do, but I can't find it. It's an Afterglow. It has a 360 looking layout, but for PlayStation. And I love that controller. It's wireless, although I had a dongle with it, and I'm not talking the one I ordered on Amazon that one day, because this is a completely different controller.
Oh, no kidding.
I could plug that controller into my computer and use it like a game controller for Steam games. That's how much I liked that controller. Uh,
That is
those were the days.
that is actually really nice. To have the ability to do that's just really nice, especially nowadays.
Wireless too. I like
Oh,
didn't have to worry
wireless?
about wires. Yeah, it was wireless. Like it had a wireless dongle and everything. All I had to do was just plug it into a USB slot and I can use the controller. I should probably think about finding my old one, see if it still has the dongle cuz I let my youngest brother borrow it the other day and I don't know what happened to it.
Honestly, I bet you could find it. But yeah, no,
It's probably somewhere in my brother's house. It's packed up in a box somewhere.
either way, that is still something.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but
but that was my favorite controller. But
I could definitely say like I can't say I've had a favorite controller. I've gone through a bunch of PS2 controllers and all that
uh,
fun stuff back in the day, and then the Wii remotes. Let me tell
oh
you,
yeah.
like the Wii remote with the extra attachment for the motion sensor, like fucking blew my mind. But that shit was expensive for a
That
child.
was that was I remember that the Wii with the Wii controllers with the Wii Motion Plus. Those were the
Yeah.
days.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
but also at the same
I
time, what other games were you gonna play with the Wii Motion? Like they're like the only games I remember the Wii Motion actually like.
I
First of all, the function of the Wii Remote, like with the motion activation, Wii Sports, and then
oh,
the
yeah,
motion,
Wii Sports.
then the Motion Plus, Wii Sports Resort, and those were the only few times I actually cared to use the motion stuff. So, I mean, for what it was nice.
I love Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. I've got to say that right now. I love those games. Yeah, they are small and all they are is just a bunch of sports games, but that I just love those games.
Uh,
Especially Resort with the kind of like a foam sword
yeah,
fighting.
yeah, no,
That
that was
was
fun.
fun. That was fun.
That was
Uh,
probably some of the best time, like some of my favorite gaming and all that fun jazz.
it's
Weirdly
like I'm
enough,
playing like some kind of form of kendo, which is somehow a sword fighting kind of thing.
I I just beat the shit out of everyone. At some point, I just like, you know what? How far can I get with just swinging it? And I swung the shit out of it.
Uh, yeah, I did that too at one point when I was younger. I don't play the game anymore because one, I don't know where the Wii controllers are at. Two, the console I know where it's at. My parents have it now. I had it in my room at one point, but I didn't have any of the Wii controllers nor games that I played. If I did, I probably would be playing New Super Mario Brothers Wii, cause or the Wii Sports games that I had, cause those are fun.
Fair. Oh, you know what's a game I forgot that I really, really enjoyed on the Wii? Super Mario
Oh
Galaxy.
my God, I have that on my Switch because of that collection. I don't know if I can beat it. I think I'm stuck. I have
Honestly,
to.
I could beat that to nobodies. And literally, one of my favorite things to do was like get all the way up to Luigi and then just beat the game to a bloody pulp at that point. And I could
Right.
do it.
Well, yeah, I forgot you could play as Luigi in the game. I saw reviews of that, and you could play as Luigi. I did never gotten that far yet. I'm stuck. I think I'm stuck at the final confrontation. I have to get to Bowser for the final fight or something.
I could definitely say
That,
like I could definitely say just if you're used to Mario games and then especially like Mario 3D games and the next thing you know you find yourself playing like Super Mario Galaxy with like how everything went. It's like, oh yeah, it's a little
uh,
it catches you off guard a little bit, especially with some of the physics stuff, but also at the same time that last boss fight like that drags out a long time.
what really is funny is that when I play Super Mario Galaxy on my Switch, I detach the Joy Cons from the little controller thingy that they gave with mine and put the straps on. It's like I'm playing the game on the Wii.
Honestly,
with two analogs.
honestly, I gotta appreciate that. Gotta appreciate that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, no, because like at that point, it's just
There,
golly, like I
there,
just like,
there is.
there's not. See, and I just want to loop back like a lot of offline game. Like you can't get offline games like that anymore. I mean, like you know me, I've been playing
Everything's
uh,
like
a shit ton of War Thunder. You know how addicted I am to that game, but that is
you play that. You play that constantly, and
oh
it's always
religiously.
funny sometimes. It's always funny to see your silly moments happen.
Oh god, no, I didn't even have a silly moment the other day. I just fucking crashed out. Excuse my language, but I crashed the fuck out. I mean, at this point, fuck it. Like, if YouTube wants to do anything, I'll just go ahead and
Yeah.
bleep it out, or I'll just do the right out.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
Oh god.
But yeah, a lot of
Oh,
games. Okay, I can pass the free to play games, for that, you know, having an always online presence. But retail games that you buy, I cannot condone always online practices.
nope.
It's like these companies never learned from back when EA tried to publish that new Sim City game, which required an internet connection all the time, and
Yeah,
it couldn't connect to the servers.
that was terrible. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like I heard that. And I was like, which fucking idiot thought that?
Well, apparently many idiots are thinking that now in the gaming industry, and I hate it.
See, here's my thing. Like, I can like back then it didn't make a lot of sense because it wasn't widely accepted, and also at the same time, like games weren't that big. Now look at the games. Look how big. Like I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I can
Yeah, the
understand
games are
games
huge.
being like. I can definitely understand like a lot of games need to be digital. I mean, look at Call of Duty. Like, though that's essentially like, hey, I'm gonna download everything, but it's
At
all they
you
use a
know
lot of assets.
at this point, apparently, the PS5s that have like the 500 gigabyte hard drives cannot run even download the game anymore or get updates for it anymore.
Yeah, no, it's one of those brutal things in the gaming industry where it's like, hey, a lot of offline games, it's not as popular as it used to be. I mean, still, like you can get away with it every now and then, but it's not as what it used to be. And on top of that, the sizes of games has just been killing a lot of like, hey, I want to download this, but I can't.
And
And older
on top of
generations
that,
are getting
oh,
crushed because of that.
oh,
Because I still remember when Call of Duty released like their biggest pack, and it's like PS3 or not PS3, PS4 and Xbox One could not
oh,
download it because that's how big it was. So it was like,
they,
okay,
I, I have a thought, and this is my thought because the games are so big. They don't take people who have very, very slow download speeds into account. I have a 25 megabit download speed, sure, but there's going to be one day where it's going to fluctuate to very, very crawl because of the weather.
at this point, we're kind of at the mercy of what it is. Because yeah, no, like a lot of the world's connected by the internet. Let's be honest, but that also is like that's a double-edged sword. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of places are connected by internet, and even then you can get internet in a lot of places. However, just the end of it, it's like, okay, well, it's just the industry has
Yeah.
to adapt. And whether your internet's slow or not, like people
Uh,
are still going to download the games. I mean, shit, look at us. We downloaded PSO2 a bunch of times because we wanted to play
yeah,
it.
you don't have to remind me about PSO2 when I wanted to play it. Yeah, I downloaded that a bunch of times, especially when there were times where it. Okay, year one of PSO2, and this was before New Genesis ever got released. PSO2 Global on the Microsoft Store version. it had frequent breaks because either game services updated or I rebooted my PC. I clicked restart on my PC and it broke there. That was terrible. I am glad the Steam version released because I couldn't. I could not handle the frequent. I have to reinstall the game because it broke again because game services decided to update itself. That was terrible.
It's,
Terrible for me.
yeah, no, and that's just how it is nowadays, which is the worst part. But yeah, no. Well, I don't know about you. I got this one out of my system. Like it's been a while since
Oh
I
yeah,
talked about
I
online
kind
games.
of got this. The only thing I gotta say is that you game developers really need to think about people who can't go online on your servers that bought your retail game on disc a little more and think about what they would be missing if you didn't make them offline or give them like substantial offline stuff because Gran Turismo 7 for example, most of the game is online only and the offline gets boring.
You
That's
know,
all.
fair, fair. You see, all my last thing is I wish when gaming companies put stuff out, just add a little, just put a little extra sugar on it. Give us a little extra online content because I want to play your games. I truly do want to play your games, but I need a little something just in case, just in case. But other than that, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Another one for the
Yep.
books. But yeah, no. Thanks again for joining us on the podcast. Your host, Fluffy the Elite, and my co-host here, everyone's hometown favorite, Emil. Emil, any last words for the audience before anything? Any words of advice? Keep it short. Keep it short.
My words of advice to you viewers is to spread love, not hate. That's all.
All right. Well, my advice to the viewers is sometimes you have to choose violence. Thank you again for joining on the Coop podcast, and have yourselves a real good night.